Okay, what is a holistic practitioner? From a holistic practitioner. Got my mic on. Is it on? Okay. So, a holistic practitioner is somebody who is trained in a specific modality to help people heal. That's it. So that means anybody can be a practitioner. Okay, so the problem is because anybody can be a practitioner, there are a lot of people who are practitioners who haven't studied their modality enough or don't embody their modality enough. And so there are a lot of unethical things that are happening in the practitioner space. And a lot of practitioners charge money. So people are paying people to help them heal. And the practitioner sometimes doesn't have a guiding framework because many of the certification programs are online or they're super expensive or you don't have access to an actual instructor. There are not a lot of schools that are devoted to practitioner work. One of the only ones where you can get an online accredited degree, I went to that school, the American College of Healthcare Sciences. And so that's the next level up from your certification. Do you have to go to school? No, you don't have to go to school. But sometimes going to school is necessary depending on how you want your business to be set up. Okay? So the most common practitioners you see are the energy healers. And everyone believes that everyone is either an herbalist or an energy healer. And that is not completely true. And that's not completely true. You can be a creative practitioner. You can be a writing and reading practitioner where you help people and you guide them through books. You can be a movement practitioner. Literally the possibilities are endless, which is why I love practitioner work. Here's my secret. So if you're trying to break into being a practitioner, see all my books over there? I'll be studying, okay? If you're trying to break into being a practitioner, my advice is to pick 3. And when I mean pick 3, I mean pick one modality where you help people with the mind or rapid processing. Pick one where you help people with nutrition, herbal food medicine, juicing, functional nutrition, healing, vitamins and supplements, anything that has to do with the body, healing teas, and then something with movement, right? Because many people live a sedentary lifestyle and we want to break away from that because the number one killer of Black women and men is heart disease, right? And that has to do with the heart not getting everything that it needs. So whether that's a lot of stress on the body, whether that's food, or whether that's not moving enough. And so I'm an advocate for picking 3. And this is on the practitioner side. And if you want to be a holistic therapist, pick 3 and get really, really good at those 3. That's kind of how I broke in. I've personally been to over 15 different schools. And so I feel like at this point I can talk my shit. And so, like I said, a lot of the holistic practitioner certification programs are online and you don't have access to a teacher or they're stupid dumb expensive. And most of them don't teach you counseling skills or the intake process for your clients or discharge process. And that's because they're not clinicians, right? And so what's interesting about me is that I'm an actual licensed therapist. And so here I come creating an institute that bridges that gap. I take what I've learned as a clinician and what I'm still learning, what I've learned as a practitioner, what I'm still learning, and I've used it together to make a program where you can practice within scope and ethically, because that's what I didn't see of all the schools that I've been to. I didn't see that. Like, I'm running around like a chicken with my head cut off, trying to piece together these programs. But now I'm going to be the change that I wanted to see. Here's another one. This is a big one, okay? To be an impactful, effective, and ethical practitioner, you have to embody your work. So you can't be out here teaching people how to move their body if you don't move your body. You can't be out here trying to help people heal through food in herbal food medicine and you have a poor relationship with food. And the thing about holistic practitioner work is it's not a religion. So you can't slap a scripture on it. You can't slap a spiritual system on it and then sell it to people. It's not going to be effective. People who work with practitioners, they normally have been suffering for a while. And they have normally tried a lot of different things, whether it's Western medicine, whether throwing themselves into a religious institution, spending a lot of money trying to find themselves or heal themselves. And so a lot of times by the time they come to you, they want to know that you know what the hell you talking about. And the only way to impactfully, in my opinion, know what you are talking about is to live it. Okay, I got hot in that sweater. Okay, the other thing about practitioner work is you have to know when to refer out. Everything is not cast out and removed. Everything is not getting rid of an entity, and then that's what's going to solve the problem. Sometimes your practitioner work needs to be layered, whether you layer it or you refer out to someone who can supplement the areas that you don't embody. Like, I'm not a Reiki practitioner, so that's something that I would refer out if a person wanted Reiki. Just like in therapy, I do hypnosis, but a lot of people want EMDR. And so I refer them out to somebody who is certified in EMDR. And so those are the things that we learn in a clinical setting that you may not necessarily learn in a practitioner setting. So working within your scope is huge. It's imperative. Okay, here's the big kahuna. Is a certification necessary? No. You can self-teach yourself a lot of things and be really good at it. I taught myself how to formulate feminine and skincare products. Let me show y'all. So I taught myself how to formulate using YouTube. I taught myself how to make my own healing oils, my own healing washes. This is a back knee wash with tea tree and exfoliating beads in it. These are boric acid supplements to help with pH balance. And this is rose water. Yeah, this is rose water that I distilled myself using my distillation machine. So you can 100% teach yourself the things and help people heal. I embody this work by using my own products. I use every last single one of my own products. And then I also backdoored and went to esthetician school so I could learn how to effectively work with the skin and have a license. And so that's the other thing. You have to decide if you want a license or if a certification is enough. And you'll know that by looking at how you want to run your business. So for me, I wanted to be licensed to be able to work with skin. I had to go to esthetician school and I had to get a license. For therapy, I wanted to be able to bill for insurance. So I went through a program and I became a licensed therapist. It took me like 3.5 years. It's totally possible. The test that we take, I failed it once. So that's why it took me a minute, because you have to wait a certain amount of time before you can take it again. But before I went to both of those schools, because my crazy ass went to both of them at the same time. Before I went to both of those schools, I was just making skincare products. And I was making decent money talking to people about their pH and talking to people about their skin. So you can totally make a living without going to school. You have to decide, what do I want my future to look like? If it is wellness coaching, you can do it. You got to have boots on the ground. You go to a school like mine, I give you the framework, I give you the tools, and then you build your practice. If you want to build insurance, then you got to go through a program that allows you to get the education that's required to be able to apply to get that license. That's imperative. I keep saying these things are imperative because they are. Big part of marketing for these certification and these coaching programs is that they tell you they're going to show you how to start a business. And most of the time, that is a PDF or a video or two about how to get your LLC, your DBA, and all that stuff. And I'm not going to say it's a gimmick, because not all of them are a gimmick. But with my program, I'm going to actually mentor you and make sure when you graduate from the program, your business is already up and running. And I'm going to take a page from the book of the American Healthcare, the American College of Healthcare Sciences, we were doing case studies with real clients by month 1 or 2 actually. And in my therapy program, same thing. We were actually working with my clients. I think that's most important. And so starting your business is not an add-on in my diploma program. It is a part of the program. Business acumen, legal protections, how to protect yourself as a practitioner. That part is huge, and that part doesn't get enough. It doesn't get enough attention in my book. The other thing that doesn't get enough attention is the frameworks that are used to help people with their mental health. Oh man. The frameworks that are used to help people with their mental health. It's a lot of mindset work, and we are 5 bodies in one. So mindset work only touches the cognitive body. We got to touch the rest of the body. We got to touch the physical. We got to touch the spiritual. We got to touch the ancestral. And so that's what makes my program a standout star program. And I can't wait to get more eyes on it and get more people interested in practitioner work. Why HoneyBeNatural Institute? So look, Black women are natural healers, and I peeped that through my own ability to help people see things, from a different worldview. And so I not capitalizing off of that, but I'm amplifying who we naturally are and giving people a structure and framework to be able to do that, to increase their income. So economic development and preventative wellness are like top 2 things that I care about. And so that's why HoneyBeNatural Institute exists. So hopefully y'all learned something from this video today while y'all watching me cut these potatoes. I'm about to make a cilantro rice bowl with sweet potatoes, purple potatoes, yellow potatoes. I'm using a can of pinto beans. And I'm going to wash off the sodium, because how much sodium is it? Oh, it's only 5 milligrams of sodium. That's actually really good. Come on, Sprouts. It says no salt added. And I got my lime. I got my sweet onion. I love eating sweet onion. So yeah, that's going to be my dinner today. I did the most yesterday. And so I need a detox, which is also a part of me being a holistic practitioner. Know when I've taken it too far and knowing how to reset my body. Imperative.